Hello, this is Sailor the Piperman, Piper the Sailor Man, smoking my beautiful Stanwell. This is very, very close to my heart, what I'm going to share. My uncle Philip fought in World War II. And what makes me talk about him was Memorial Day. I didn't put up a video on that day because it's a solemn day for me. He fought in the desert of North Africa. Fought against Ramon, fought against Italians, army, went from Morocco all across Tunisia, Algeria, and deep in the Saharan desert. And something that my uncle did that I didn't know until later on when he passed away in 82 or 83, was my uncle was also a merchant marine. And he would always make stops in Algeria, Tunisia, North Africa. After the war, he was a merchant marine. And lo and behold, he had left a journal of his travels, which I keep dear to me. And in the journal, he wrote constantly about the British soldiers that had died in the war, died in the deserts, how guys would go into their pockets and whatever they had, they would take and give it to the British command. And what my uncle did was he was searching for pipes on the bodies of the dead British soldiers. A lot of them, for the most part, I would say 80%, he collected something like 70 pipes from guys' bodies torn up, shot up. And he would take their pipes and take their tobaccos that were on them. Lo and behold, when my uncle died, in his chest, he had over 70 Dunhill pipes. These Dunhill pipes were on these British soldiers, small little pipes, some long pipes that these soldiers were smoking out in the desert. So my uncle kept that. He kept a log of the names and the Dunhill pipes that he found out. And so he left that to me. So what I did was I sent the names and the Dunhill pipes back to the Dunhill company. What they did with them, I really don't know. But my uncle had a great understanding of briar, being that he was in North Africa. He saw kind of Nigerian briar, Tunisian briars, briars that these soldiers were buying in Sicily, buying in Corsica, bringing them over from England, and they had it on them, and I just want to give a shout out to the Dunhill company, that even though Dunhill make expensive pipes, it's because of they had excellent briars. My uncle taught me never to smoke a dead man's pipe, and it was because of that he considered it blasphemous to smoke a dead man's pipe. He was always referring that to the soldiers. And when I read I have Indian blood, Taino Indian blood, it was considered sacred after a man smoked the pipe and he surpassed, he's deceased or whatever. But these guys were smoking pipes and were getting killed. And so for me, when I hear the name Dunhill, it always reminds me that Dunhill did a great service in World War II in issuing out a lot of Dunhill pipes to a lot of these soldiers that never returned. So a friend of mine who worked in the Dunhill company years ago, when I was in the industry, when I told him the story, he was shocked. He goes, I know we received a big of pipes. I said it was me. I had sent it back to Dunhill company. And what he told me is that in Dunhill, when you go to their main sanctuary, they have a section where they kept those Dunhill pipes and the names of these soldiers that passed away. That made me very, very happy. So, a lot of guys put down Dunhill now that's so expensive and everything. But we got to remember, times have changed. And for the war effort, Dunhill was very, in World War, I think World War I too. A lot of the men fought, were given these Dunhill pipes. And in World War II, Dunhill pipes were given to a lot of soldiers, whether they bought them, issued them, whatever. I have great respect for that company for doing that. I don't know any other company that issued pipes to soldiers. So I want to give it a shout out to the Dunhill Company for providing these soldiers with the last bit of joy that they had in the middle of a war, the North African theater front, that these men were smoking pipes to the very end of their life. That's my story. Sailor the Piperman, Piper the Sailorman, to all veterans, to all that lost loved one. I lost people in Korea, in Vietnam, and in Lebanon. So I just want to give a shout out to Dunhill Company. Sailor the Piperman, Piper the Sailorman. Peace.